I just had a crazy download meditation session. I'm not even fully back in my body yet, but I wanted to share this with you. I've got 2 pages. It's crazy. I'm not fully back in my body yet. This was so insane. Okay. This is from my guides. And it feels like more than that. It feels like guides for the collective almost. It definitely feels more than just my guides. This feels bigger than that. Anyway, this is what they said. Get your head above the trees. So many of you are staring at the individual specks of dirt, and while the dirt is important for the growth of the forest, it is not of concern to the trees how the dirt is laid out and what the dirt does. Some of the dirt will wash away, some will burst open. This is not for the trees to decide. The trees will utilize the dirt that has chosen to stay and allow the rest of it be. You cannot grow tall while you are focused on all that does not desire to be tall. It is a balance. The tall, the short, the light, the dark. You cannot have one without the other. So let the other be while you transform. That was so deep. And there's a second part. But I'm going to make it all in one video because it was all one meditation. That I feel like I'm going to have to read multiple times because that is such a good analogy for so many things, for relationships, for choices, for life paths, for so many things. It's so good. Okay, here's the second message. Totally separate message, but came at the same time. The ETs are not coming to save you. You must save yourself to be a match for what is to come, meaning the ETs coming for open contact. Let go of those relationships that have been begging to leave. Simply let go of the emotion you've carried with you long after that person has been removed from your life. Make the decision that you no longer wish to carry the pain, and this will allow you to turn your perspective to what you learned from that experience. But as long as you choose to feel the pain, you cannot move through the lesson to the other side. This is the same as choosing to keep your hand on a hot stove because the burner told you it was safe. It's like, all right, guides calling us out. Excellent. I love a good guide call out. You will soon see that you are as powerful and worthy as the extraterrestrials. You deserve this new frequency, and you may enter it now if you wish. But you must be willing to shine the light on the darker parts of you. And just as important, you must examine your beliefs and be willing to part with those that no longer serve you. This is how you shift into a vibration that is prepared for open contact. And then I also got the feeling that, yes, open contact's going to happen at the same time for everybody. But the more prepared you are, the more you can get out of it initially, right? You will have time for shifting and stuff, but the more you are prepared for it, the more shadows that you're able to clear. And this is all done with peace. There's no panic feeling about this, right? But the more you're able to shift and clear, and the higher you're able to raise your frequency, the more you will initially get out of that first open contact. Spend this time now learning to allow others to behave how they choose to behave. This is the practice that allows your vibration to move smoothly from those you do not prefer. Each of you are in a glass room. You can see many people of all different frequencies, but each is still in their own room, which acts as a standalone ecosystem. They do not affect you unless you decide to match that frequency with your focus and attention. And I've got a whole playlist on the 3D, 5D where a bunch of those videos are actually talking about this, but from a different perspective. This is like 2 sides of the same coin, right? So if you want to get more on that and try to understand that more, go listen to the 3D, 5D playlist because it will help. And as you continue to focus on your own glass room, you will gain the clarity to see each room has the same base desire, to love and be loved. They were like, everybody just wants to be loved and everyone wants to just give love. And I'm like, oh, that's so true. Whew. Gonna make me cry. Focusing on your own room will allow you to clear out your own shadows, which will lift the fog and allow you to see just how similar you all are. This is gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh. Woo. Even if you are taking very different paths to get there, The more you see yourself as different from others, or better or worse than others, the longer the fog stays, blocking your view from who others truly are. I was like, and then I got this instant download, and I just wrote in the margin, I literally wrote car analogy in the margin, because the thoughts were coming too fast. I couldn't write it all out. So the car analogy they gave me is, you're driving down the highway, right? Do you care what the car next to you is doing, right? They're in their own lane. Doesn't matter if they're in a good mood, if they're in a bad mood, if they like you, right? Does it matter what they're wearing? Does it matter how much money they have? Does it matter who they voted for? No, they're in that lane minding their business, and you're in your lane minding your business, right? Last paragraph, you are all souls. You are all equal. And this was giving me such this strong distinction of red and blue, Republican, Democrat, liberal, independent, all these people that are fighting, and all these people that are like, look at them on that side of the aisle, and look at what they did, and they voted against my rights. And I get that as a human. I get that. But we are focused on the dirt. We're focused on the nitty gritty. And I know that sounds insane. We are in the divine feminine movement. We are in it right now. We're not waiting for it to happen. It is literally happening right now. We are all moving forward to a much larger frequency. Those who voted in certain ways are learning what lessons they need to learn and are moving through the energy that they are a vibrational match for, right? So remember what I said from all of these post-election videos. This is not going to pan out how the data is showing right now. And even as I'm saying that, the data is being changed, right? The data is actively changing to a better representation of what individual people voted for, of what the collective actually wants, right? Things are changing. Trump did not win the popular vote. We are seeing that now, even though that was called day after the election that he won the popular vote. He did not, right? So things are already changing. So don't focus on all those details. Okay, I'm going to start that paragraph over. You are all souls. You are all equal. The only difference is how you choose your free will. The only difference is how you choose to use your free will to set your destination. Some choose the scenic route, some the bullet train, and others yet prefer to return to old patterns before moving forward. There is no wrong way. There is only experience. There is only love. I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, the amount of love that I felt was unbelievably wild. Woo! Crazy emotions. This was crazy. I'm such a Pisces. I felt all of that as they were giving me the downloads, just every iota of that energy. There's only love, right? It's time to start loving yourself so you can love others. Ooh, let me know how that lands for you.